Hi, and welcome back to All Things Magical. Today, I'm really excited. We're doing an unboxing of a new tarot deck that I just got today. It comes in a package kind of deal. Um, and the tarot that I got was the Golden Tarot by Mary Packard. And this is a historically representative of the Viscount of Sforza deck, which is the original deck that we find in the history for tarot. And it comes from Italy in the 15th century. So that's Italian Renaissance time. And so this deck was created in with depictions of the family from the Visconti and Sforza families. And it is a 78 deck card. It follows a Rider-Waite style, but it is historically correct in its illustrations of the time. So this kit, if we call it something, is a 78 recreated tarot deck cards. It has a book that's 176 pages that includes the history behind the cards and instructions to use of the cards. It includes a purple satin tarot cloth, and it includes a very nice storage box, as you can see here, and a velvet pouch to protect and store your tarot cards. So let's flip the camera around and get it set up, and let's look at what we got today. Okay, so we're back, and this is the Golden Tarot by Mary Packard. This is what the box looks like. It's a pretty heavy box. It's got this wonderful black embossment on it, and some gold accents on it. The back shows the contents there. It looks like there's a book and a tarot cloth, some tarot. This is made by a Sweetwater press here. I did purchase this for around $25. In this box, it is supposed to contain 78 card deck. It is supposed to contain a 176-page book that includes the history of tarot and the cards and instructions on how to use it, purple satin tarot cloth, the storage box, and a velvet pouch for the tarot cards themselves. So let's open up and see what we got. All right. So this is the book that it comes with. Golden Tarot. The back. And it says the Viscount Sforza Tarot deck is one of the oldest and most complete tarot decks in existence, dating back to the mid-15th century, commissioned by Filippo Maria Visconti, the Duke of Milan, and by his successor Francisco Sforza. Many of the cards portray members of the Sforza and the Visconti families in period garments, originally designed to be used to play the then popular game of Trifoni. Over the next 3 centuries, the cards become tools of divination, which is how they are most commonly associated with today. And it has a book here. Let's see what we've got. Contents. Got a little forward. It has some very beautiful artwork in this book. Love it. So it talks about the family and the history here. It has great artwork in this book. This is very beautiful. So it talks about the original game and the first tarot decks. The Divine Tarot here. So this has got some good historical information about the deck in the first section. It looks There's all kinds of history, how tarot became, which is what the Viscotti deck is famous for. And it talks about all the cards, and it gives great illustrations of the card. It tells upright and reversed sources, and it tells a little story about each card and how it became. So this looks like a very nice book. And of course, the minor arcana have a little bit less on the page. All right, and then we get to the back. And then it shows how to use it. It has some spreads in here. It looks like some basic information, basic spreads, how to use them. So it gives a good starting point for any reader here, and how to actually do a sample reading, which I really like. So it also has some acknowledgments where it's got its history. If you have further reading, further questions about tarot, it has some suggested publications, which I like as well. All right, so this is it's a paperback book, so it's not hardbound. It does look like it has quite a bit of information in here. It is beautifully illustrated, which I really enjoy too. All right, so let's look what else we got in here. We've got a nice, this is a very nice plush satiny pouch for the deck. It's very soft, and it has a nice sheen to it. It's kind of hard to see in the video. There it is. So it has a nice sheen. It is black with kind of I'm going to say almost a silvery black sparkle to it. It's very pretty. It has a nice cord on it that's self-tied, and there's something in here. Let's see what's here. Okay. And so this must be our tarot cloth. Here, it's nice purple satin tarot cloth. This is a rather small cloth, but I think it will do the job just nicely. All right. So we'll put the cloth down here and you can see it. This is definitely a satin type fabric, so I would be careful with it. Satin, snags really easy. But I think with a little ironing, a little love, this could be quite a delightful cloth to do your tarot reads on. All right. Let's see what else we got. So then we pull this out, and here are the cards. Look at these massive cards. These cards are 3.25 by 6.5 inches. So this deck ratio is a 2-to-1 ratio. So it's actually 2 times higher than it is by wide. So this is a very large deck. So someone with small hands like me might have a problem with actually shuffling these, but they have good size and dimension that if you would want to use this in a public venue, might possibly be a good choice, because they'd be easier to read. So let's open this up. I'm so excited. I always love getting new tarot. All right, so it's all sleeved. Okay, so here's the back of them. A very nice, very classic Italian-inspired kind of, this looks like almost like a tapestry kind of border, and maybe the old fabric that you would find in 15th century Italian furniture. It's very pretty. There is no like gold glisten. It is a matte kind of appearance, so it's not like shiny gold. It's more of an antiqued, aged, kind of dull, almost brassy type of gold. All right, and so we're going to go through here, and we have the full Now you notice it has have a brown border around each card. There is no descriptive terms on the card, no numbers, no astrological signs, no imagery, just very basic images. Um, in fact, if you look at this fool, it doesn't even have his companion with him that you see in most writer rights. So it's very interesting. And we'll just kind of flip through these real carefully. Just based on what I've already seen, I would I would suggest this card deck maybe for someone who has more advanced knowledge in the tarot, maybe not necessarily learning, because there aren't very many cues, and there aren't very many written on here. But these are quite lovely. Justice, and these are very similar kind of idea to the Rider Right. But yeah, I think it has a little bit different feel to it. Um, very, I don't know, very more gypsy like almost, which kind of makes sense. Um, Star, the moon, and everything has its own proportion. The artwork is definitely very French Renaissance type of artwork, and very beautiful and very historical. I think I like that the most. Anyone who loves history or how things have been founded or things that look like in the past, this is definitely a deck that I would want to add to my collection for that. So look how her hands are green. Isn't that interesting? Very vibrant, very colorful, very imaginative. And all these cards, all the minor arcana, the pips are just plain, but when you look at them, the it's not only a picture, but the picture is like texturized, like fabric. So these cards look like they're prints of tapestry, which I find very interesting. This one almost looks like as if it has been painted, almost like there's paint on tapestry type of deal. Very nice. Like I said, all the pips are plain pips. So this definitely is a deck for someone who's a lot more experienced in reading tarot. Someone who is a lot more comfortable. These would be a great deck to use, say, like at a Renaissance fair or somewhere that you're going to be doing readings in more of a public venue. Necessarily private readings, but maybe more for a show. I think these would be great for that. Definitely something kind of like these would be perfect for a Renaissance fair. That's they just scream that to me. So that's quite nice. So that's the whole deck. We went through all the images. Those who know tarot will recognize those. And this deck does fit very nicely in this cloth, it appears. It just pulls. And that is the Golden Tarot by Mary Packard. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you like this review and want to see future reviews, please consider giving me a notification, follow, and give me a like. And until next time, I wish you all a very magical day. See you. Bye.